All right, Susie Wiles firing back against Vanity Fair's unflattering profile of the White House that used quotes from the chief of staff. The interview included Wiles calling Vice President J.D. Vance a, quote, conspiracy theorist for a decade and saying President Trump has an alcoholic's personality.
Wiles responding to the piece saying significant context was disregarded and much of what I and others said about the team and the president was left out of the story. I assume after reading it that this was done to paint an overwhelmingly chaotic and negative narrative about the president and our team. Joining us now to react is senior writer for the Washington Examiner and Fox News contributor Joe Concha. Joe, good morning to you. There was just an enormous amount of attention over the story yesterday because just about every single cabinet member who was mentioned in the story, and even those who were not, came to Susie Wiles' defense, and in the most full-throated way imaginable. It kind of reminded me, and stay with me, of at the end of It's a Wonderful Life when everybody rallied around George because they're like, this woman has done so much for us. It's time for us to give back to her. So what are your takeaways over this episode?
That's a perfect analogy, especially during Christmas time, Carly, so good job you. Vanity Fair, look, is overwhelmingly anti-Trump. And the person who interviewed Susie Wiles here for Vanity Fair, his name is Chris Whipple. Now, let me give you his resume. Former MSNBC, NPR, and 60 Minutes contributor/producer. So Wiles' argument here is valid when you look at the body of work from those three so-called news organizations. And just read Whipple's book on the 2024 presidential campaign. It's a anti-Trump manifesto. So here is Susie Wiles' statement after the interview was published. Quote, the truth is the Trump White House has already accomplished more in 11 months than any other president has accomplished in 8 years, and that is due to the unmatched leadership and vision of President Trump, for whom I've been honored to work for the better part of the decade. So that's the thing here, right? Why would one of the most loyal people to President Trump, before, during, and after the campaign into this second term, suddenly throw people under the bus unless these quotes were taken out of context? It makes no sense. So I would say, in the end, if you're going to do an interview, if you're Susie Wiles, you're J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, or even President Trump, make sure that you have somebody there filming it the entire time, put out the whole thing in context, so this way this stuff doesn't ever happen again.
That's a good point.
2 quick points. One, you just won the show with that next level It's a Wonderful Life analogy.
Thank you.
There's literally nothing I can do to compete with that.
Yeah,
but let's get back to the news, though. Trump responding to Wiles' alcoholic claim in an interview with the New York Post. He writes the following. He says the following: I don't drink alcohol, so everybody knows that, but I've often said that if I did, I'd have a very good chance of being an alcoholic. I didn't read it, obviously referencing the Vanity Fair article, but I don't read Vanity Fair, but she's done a fantastic job. I think, from what I hear, the facts were wrong, and it was very misguided. Interviewer purposely misguided. So that's what your boss says. She should be in the clear.
Yeah.
Here's what the conspiracy theorist for a decade, J.D. Vance, had to say. Listen.
Sometimes I am a conspiracy theorist, but I only believe in the conspiracy theories that are true. And Susie Wiles, we have our disagreements. We agree on much more than we disagree, but I've never seen her be disloyal to the President of the United States, and that makes her the best White House chief of staff that I think the President could ask for. If any of us have learned a lesson from that Vanity Fair article, I hope that the lesson is we should be giving fewer interviews to mainstream media outlets.
I don't think you could get a more full-throated defense of Susie Wiles than what you heard right there. But what he said at the end is what I want to focus on. To the VP's point, why do they do these interviews in the first place when you know the background of a guy like Whipple? You know this is what ultimately is going to happen. So why? Why do they take the risk? The juice doesn't seem to be worth the squeeze here, Joe.
No, that's exactly right. I think sometimes you don't want the narrative to be painted for you when it comes to, for example, the Trump economy or anything in terms of the accomplishments of this administration. So you end up doing an interview to try to obviously push your perspective and try to obviously put the administration in the proper light. But in the end, you got to pick and choose your people wisely. And in this case, Whipple, given his background, given the book he wrote on the 2024 campaign, probably wasn't the right choice. That's the only criticism I would have here of Susie Wiles. Pick and choose the people that interview you a little better next time, because this is what you end up having to clean up on aisle 5, 16, and 24 as a result.
Well, President Trump is going to have an opportunity to paint that narrative tonight because he will be delivering a prime time address, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're hearing heavy on the economy, war on drugs, foreign policy. What will you be listening for, and how important is this?
Well, it is important because 2026 is basically here now at this point. Midterms are coming up. If you end up losing the House, then you have House Speaker Hakeem Jeffries, and then you're in impeachment for perpetuity. So, yeah, you have to start going on the offense. The bottom line is, Carly, Todd, that gas prices are under $3 on average throughout the country, in some places below $2 for the first time average nationwide for over 4 years. Inflation, when you compare it to the Biden years, is relatively tame. The stock market's at all-time highs. GDP is up. Trump tax cuts will now be permanent thanks to the big, beautiful bill. No tax on tips is coming in 2026. The border is secure. There's a peace deal in Gaza. Iran's nuclear facilities, their capabilities have now been destroyed. It seems that Republicans have a lot to run on in terms of their record. So if they want to not lose the House, you have to go on the offensive and stop being painted as the party that can't make things affordable and not run the economy well. You have to say, that's the Biden years. This is the Trump years. What do you think? Who do you love?
Joe Concha, we love you, and thank you for your time this morning.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Joe.
it, sir.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.